Hey there, how are we doing? Welcome to Taking the PCast Part 5. And this particular vlog, podcast, it's all about some reactions to the post-Valentine's Day show that I did on the 14th of Feb. And I had some questions and some things sort of brought up as part of that particular show. So first and foremost, thank you to the guys who came to my 14th of Feb show. It was awesome. Aravel really enjoyed it at a theatre, very posh. Stage lighting was really good. I had a spotlight on me. Amp mic stand. I had a mic stand. I know. I had a microphone stand. Something I haven't had yet. So I kind of like a little prop. But in general, really enjoyed it. Tailored the show a tiny bit to Valentine's Day. So obviously the first part of the show, well, previously what I'd done is I'd just gone for it straight into the show. I had a quick chat to the audience and just went for it at that point and did the material. This particular show, what I did is I tailored the beginning parts to sort of Valentine's jokes and sort of quirks and improvisation off the cuff stuff. And then I had a chat to the crowd about Valentine's Day in general. Bit of a joke with those guys, a bit of banter with them. Super audience, but really, really good. Really enjoyed that. And went for it then at that point. Material, it is a young at heart tour, and I've said that all along. Just because it's Valentine's Day doesn't change the fact that it's still set material to a degree. I did tailor the material a little bit because obviously I had a bit more time than expected. The theatre wasn't being used, so I had the whole place to myself from basically 6 o'clock until 8:30. So I just went for it. Obviously 6 till 7 was me preparing the area, getting all the lighting done properly with the team there. And I had my logo and my details up on a projector, which was cool, like a proper show. Not that my shows haven't been proper until now, but when you go to a particular venue, you think, oh, okay, this is a little bit upmarket. That was what it felt like. So yeah, it was awesome to be able to perform in an actual theatre in front of a great audience, and I really enjoyed it. So after that show in particular, I was really excited. Obviously, performing in Matchborough was well exciting. I've already mentioned this in a previous podcast, how excited I was to perform back where I was brought up in Matchborough. Some of the jokes actually had to do with Matchborough as well, so it made it even more particular to that venue. It was awesome as that area, which I really enjoyed. Promotion was good fun, going around to old stomping ground in Matchborough West, putting leaflets through a door, for all the doors down there. It was quite exciting, sort of going back through all the streets and all the different lanes and the closes and that kind of thing that I'm familiar with when I was younger, walking to school, playing just in general in and around the area. So it was awesome. Really enjoyed it. And the show itself was superb, getting there, getting it all set up, coming out to the great audience, having all the bits. I had three stools this time. Normally I have 2 stools out, which has got my bits on them. So, my amp and all those bits are on a white stool each, and I've usually had about 2. This time I had 3, so it's great having 3 out. I borrowed the guys at Aravel's amp, which is good, so amplified the sound even more. Not that mine's a problem, but hey, if you got the equipment, use it. The mic stand, as I made a joke about a minute ago, that was great fun. Love to have the mic stand, a little prop. But yeah, it was really good. The lighting was bright, blinded me quite a few times, but otherwise, again, it doesn't faze me, things like that. I just went for it, really enjoyed it, got some really good feedback. So yeah, really, really enjoyed it. So a couple of things I did conclude from that, though, is Valentine's Day is a bit of a strange day, isn't it, really? As a general day, it's commercialized, but it is basically a particular day that people look forward to, or the lovebirds out there look forward to. I guess it falls on a sort of school holiday, so that's something to judge next time. And I will do a Valentine's Day show again. Call me defiant, but I will do another Valentine's Day show again. I'll be looking at other venues in general for the future, so I may tweak that a little bit and go somewhere else to do a Valentine's Day show. But in general, I absolutely loved it there. The couple of questions that came from that, though, is does it get a bit tedious doing my promotional side of things, when you don't get I didn't get a full theatre, 100 odd people it would have been for that particular show if I'd have got a full theatre, but I got a good crowd. But no, it doesn't get to you. At the end of the day, I'm not too fussed about whether it's 5 people, 10 people. I've said this many times before. To me, an audience is an audience. I said that to the guys there, because I speak to people at the end of the show. It's not just end of show, lights off, curtain down, off you go home. I do hang about for a couple of minutes and people come up to me and chat to me. We do raise questions and conversations. And one of the things we discussed was, it's difficult, isn't it, sometimes when you go to places and you don't sell out, all that kind of thing. But I don't feel that way at the moment. It's still new. People got to bear in mind, I've only been doing this for about a month or so, so my first performance on the 5th of January. So what was that, a month and 15 days ago, if you want to be particular? So it's even more than that. So yeah, I haven't been doing it for a long time, so I appreciate how this works. It's basically a sort of a curve, isn't it? You go up a little bit, start at the bottom, you work your way up, really. I have plans, obviously, beyond all this. I'm just scratching the surface of Redditch. You think about the fact that I haven't covered every single house, every single door, every single area. So yeah, when I've done that, then I'll know where I'm at, really. Still too early to judge. Even if I get 10 every single time at every single show, naturally I want more. Naturally I want 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 would be great. But I'm not naive. I work with what I've got, really, and I'm not silly enough to think that's not. And to be honest with you, the way I look at it is 40, 50 people, that's 40, 50 people that I didn't know before. That's 40 or 50 people who know about me now that didn't know about me as a comedian before. That's a lot, considering on the 5th of January it was 0. And then we had the first audience that came in the evening. Then I've been to 28 Screen. Now I've done Matchborough as Arravale. And up next is Windmill, which is over in Walkwood area, sort of Headless Cross, Crabs Cross, Walkwood area. So Windmill Community Centre's up next. And that's on the 1st of March. So I've got some leaflets ready to go in around that area. So watch out, Crabs Cross, Headless Cross and Hunt End and Walkwood area, because I will be coming to your doors at some point and shoving leaflets through them. So hopefully you guys can come along, especially you guys in sort of the Ryegrass Lane area, or the closest down there. There shouldn't be any excuses, really. I will be going to Bilbury. I think it's Aveston or something like that. There's a close just before that as well. A couple after that, Yvonne Road area, just up that area. And then obviously Fetton Road is a bit further down, Hunt End just across the road, and then Morton Stanley Park area, and the houses in and around that area. So yes, I will be coming to you guys. And then hopefully that gets a good crowd in for Windmill, which is on the 1st of March on 7 p.m. And the tickets have already started going up slowly, started the process. So we're up in Tesco Redditch on the notice board. That's on Facebook. So again, you guys, the score. Check it out. I've got the tickets up in Tesco. In a mo, I'll be going to Ara Valley Lake to swap over the tickets there, because I haven't had a chance to take the Valentine's Day ones down. So I'll be taking those down hopefully today or the next day or two. And then I'll put up the Windmill ones there. And then on Wednesday, so tomorrow, I'll be over to Abbey Stadium and I'll be putting up the tickets there. They will likely be in and around the cafe area, but I'll post the pictures. And then hopefully once again, I'll do the gym, but I might do a different part of the gym if they let me on the entrance door up the stairs. Because I did the downstairs and didn't get much traction from that. So I might play around with the location of those. And then, very finally, we'll be at the Windmill Community Centre. So the tickets will be up in there, in the actual community centre itself for the locals to grab if they can't get to any of the other locations. Where those will be, I don't know. I've only just handed them in through the letterbox ready to be put up. So one of the ladies will put them up for me and give you the picture of the final locations, and I'll share that with you guys. But come along. Really do come along. I'm excited for Windmill. It's weird. It's getting closer and closer and closer to home, really, in terms of location. We started off at Oakenshaw, which wasn't too far away. Then went quite far away to Winyates, which is the other end of Redditch from me. And then again, a little bit further away down Matchborough way. So again, a little bit further away from me. We're getting closer and closer to the town centre, so it's good. And then obviously, so after that, we have Batchley, and then we're over at Webb Heath in April. And then I've got an interesting thing going on, actually. Ara Valley Lake might change potentially to a different location. So it might well be that I do something a bit different for that one. So I might end up being exploring Astle Bank area, and I'm looking at Abbeydale potentially, or Churchill. There's a sort of squeeze. I'm going to shoehorn that in potentially in and around where Forge Mill and Ara Valley Lake are. So those two may move for the other two venues that I'm looking at. So watch this space. Is essentially the point to all this. Keep an eye out, because I haven't got anything in Astle Bank, Fettenham area, so that'd be quite good to get something. And I haven't got anything in the Churchill area, so Churchill, Abbeydale, that kind of Riverside area. So I'm looking at those as a potential venue change at the last minute. So, but I'm waiting for responses back from those guys. So we'll see. Maybe Astle Bank, and maybe Abbeydale or Churchill. Watch this space. Watch this space. But to conclude, people, to very much conclude. I really enjoyed the Valentine's Day show. Thank you once again to everyone who came along to that show, and in general across all the shows so far. You guys are awesome. You really sort of the impression I've got and the feedback I've got is that you enjoyed the show, so that's good. It's obviously a storytelling thing that I do. It's not necessarily immediate one-liners. I do improv at the beginning and do chat to the audience, but I'm not. And it's not a slant against me or any other comedian. We're all not the same necessarily. I'm not going to go down the route of mainstream comedy and follow everyone. I know I know a lot of people would say, well, yes, AJ, why are you not doing what they do? You know, it's clearly a set pattern. They do this, this, and this, and they do this and this, and they have two things, and that's it. And then it comes towards the end, and then they come back on and do an encore. No, I'm not doing that. And even it's not me being defiant or awkward or difficult or ignorant. I take every single thing on board. It may well be that I tweak things and become similar, but I won't be exactly the same, because at the end of the day, you've got to stand out. You've got to be something different. And that is what I'm trying to do. You know, my world is storytelling, observational storytelling. I say this over and over again. It's basically everywhere. So if you come into my show, I'm going to take you on a bit of a storytelling wild journey, crazy journey about childhood and life in general. And so a lot about my childhood and life that hopefully, and a lot of people seem to be able to relate to and resonate with. So it's quite good in that sense. But do come along. It's open. It's still free for now. I have 2 more shows that are officially free. I'm not sure what I'm doing with the other ones, but they're officially free. Windmill and Batchley. Grab a ticket. Grab 2, because they are going. They are there available for you to take. They are tear off. There is no fees for those ones, but I will have a donations box like I did at Aravel, should I say rather. And there'll be a donations box for you guys to chuck up a couple of pennies. And as I said before, and I'll say it again, no preaching whatsoever. It is basically just going towards the price that I'm paying for the venues to fund that. I'm not going to make billions off this particular show, you know. And really, I'm doing it for you guys. I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for Redditch in general, because I want the community to have something more. So every single person so far has said there's not much comedy in Redditch. There's not much going on. Maybe it's because of you guys. Maybe people in Redditch, you don't want Redditch comedians. Maybe you don't like it, and maybe you don't want it, which is why the one comedian that's on Wikipedia is buggered off to Edinburgh. But in general, this is what I'm saying. I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to try, because at the end of the day, you've got to start somewhere, and that's what I'm doing. I'm starting at the bottom. I'm working my way up. You know, I'm getting there. I'm still quite low on the board, you know, in terms of where I'm at in general, but the chances are and the plans are is to just go like that, really, you know, slow curve upwards. I've got plans for the summer, or sort of summery autumn time into the winter. But for now, it's all about focusing on this particular tour that I'm doing. You know, I'm at Windmill next, Batchley, and then Webheath is all locked in, ready to go. After that, it's a bit of a toss-up between really whether I Arroway Lake and Forge Mill, or whether I tweak it and go Astle Banky area, Feckenham area, and then, you know, Churchill, Abbeydale area, one from each of those, or one from either. So it's looking like Astle Bank's more than likely, and maybe an Abbeydale jobby for those 2. And then we're over to the sort of second half where we go south, Redditch Community Social Club, which I've got you guys over at Greenlands. I'm coming to see you. And then we're at the football club, which is pretty much a definite as it stands right this second. So, yeah. But again, keep an eye on those socials, mainly the Facebooky one, because that's the one that I'm updating, but all of them are getting an update, you know, alongside us all. Come along to those shows. They are free. If you've got any questions or anything you want to chat to me about, or just want to like things, or you want to add me as a friend, those are going up, by the way, as a final point. I know I'm sort of blabbing a bit here, but they're going up, and I'm really happy. I said this as a joke at my last show in Aravel. I'm like a dog with his lipstick out. You guys send me a friend request, and I kid you not, I will get excited. I'd love to press accept from all you unknowns. So yeah, if you see my profile, send a friend request in. Let's get that bumped up. You know, the more people we get on there, the more interest, the more driven sort of traffic to the actual socials. That's all I want. You know, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about at the moment. Interest, word of mouth, drawing attention, attracting attention. And that's what I'll be doing. And just finally, Saturday, I'll be in Tesco promoting the Windmill show. So if you see me, say hello, grab a ticket or 2. Yeah, I'll be there promoting. So it'll be the entrance part where the notice board is just as you go into Tesco. Come and say hello to me in Redditch Tesco. Why not? Hey, why not? Hey, I'm just going to be laughing and joking and messing about, so you might as well do. I'll have a board on me, so you'll know who I am. Say hello. All right. And I'll hopefully see you guys on Saturday, or definitely, hopefully, on Friday, the 1st of March at Windmill. All right. Conclusion, love Darravell, but we move on now. Next up, Windmill, Ryegrass Lane, Friday, 1st of March, 7 p.m. See you there, hopefully. All right, guys, check out the socials. AJRedditch, let's do this, people. Let's absolutely rock this, all right? And I'll see you all guys soon. Take it easy. Peace out. Yeah, man.